Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today, let's take a look at the 2025 Toyota Tacoma. This is a TRD Offroad with the long bed. It is finished off in Bronze Oxide, and the MSRP is just over $48,000. So we have a good bit to go through for more of this basic off-road. And we'll start off underneath the hood, where this is powered by the 2.4 liter 4-cylinder turbo. This is paired to the 8-speed automatic, and it pumps out 278 horsepower, 317 pound-feet of torque. It is worth noting that you can go with the iForce Max, so you can get this with the hybrid engine too. This weighs in around 4,200 pounds. It'll do 0 to 60 in around 7 seconds. And as far as fuel economy goes, you're looking at 20 in the city and 24 out on the highway. Now, as we move on to the exterior styling, this off-road does have the sensor for distance pacing. You'll notice fog lights on both sides, really nice design for that upper grille. There's also a dark housing for the LEDs up top there, and then there's a skid plate and some tow hooks underneath. This also has really nice bulges that come down both sides of the hood to give it a good look. Now with the off-road, you get a really nice design for the two-tone wheels along with an all-terrain tire. There's also plastic for the fender flares, which do have a cutout in the front to help with better airflow. This only has the body-colored mirror caps. There's no camera or turn signal. There's no sunroof for this model. However, you do have side steps to make it easier to enter and exit, and a really nice design where the Tacoma badge is down below. And then being the long bed, you get that additional length between the fender flare and the cab. So if you have the short bed, just eliminate that and it moves up forwards, of course. Now in back, there's LEDs for the lighting. Tacoma is stamped in the lower section. There's also the body colored end caps. Exhaust is on the driver's side there, and then this can tow around 6,400 pounds. And then as we work our way to the bed space, you have the channels to tie down any items that you have. There's cargo lights too, and you have a pretty good amount of space for the sizing of this bed here. Now as we work our way to the interior, you'll notice the door panel has a nice design to it. There's some storage in the lower section, really nice trim accent there, and then a two-tone design for these cloth seats. Now if you get this base engine, that allows you to have storage underneath. So it goes all the way to that passenger side there, which is nice to see. Now at 5'10", it's a little tight, but I could ride around. You get a storage pocket on the passenger side, areas for your drinks, auxiliary down below, and I have about 2 inches or so of headroom. Now this also has a solid rear glass there, and then you really don't have much storage behind the seats. Unless you don't have the JBL audio, you get some on this side, and then you have your toolkits on that side there as well. Now up front, you have your window controls. You get a little bit more storage in the middle of the door there, and then this has the manual adjusting seats. And then as we hop in, we're greeted with a really nice design for the steering wheel. You have all of your cruise control settings, distance pacing, mode, and tuning on the right. And then on the left, there's volume, voice commands, and then you can also go through the digital screen here. Now what's nice about this is you have 3 presets that you can set up. So once you go into these, you can configure the middle, the right side, and the left side, and then have those 3 different settings depending on what you would like to see. So maybe daily driving information, maybe towing information, or off-roading information, you can have that readily available. Now there's also a pitch adjustment for the headlights. There's a dimmer switch, automatic high beams, traction control, and the cargo light in the back. You get 1 air vent, and then this is the smaller of the 2 screens that are available. It's mainly going to be good for pairing your phone, so you can go through your phone on this system, but you do have some settings that you can get into just to customize everything the way that you would like. Now there's air vents underneath that, and then fan speed, temperature, where you'd like the air to go, and some defrosters. There's also lots of storage with auxiliaries located down below. Now this has the backup camera, so you can go through a few different angles along with adjust the guidelines there. And then you can also shift using the shifter. Now there's the e-brake along with auto hold, your 4-wheel drive selector. There's tow and haul. This also has the multi-terrain select, downhill assist, and crawl control. So you can use those off-roading features when needed. And then with it in the driving mode, you have a few on-road modes that you can change as well. You do have a little bit of storage too to the right of the steering wheel. You got cup holders, some storage in the armrest, a locking glove box, and then some more storage up top. There's the rear view mirror. You get a sunglass holder, and then dome lights as well. And then being a pickup, you really don't have any blind spots, so it's pretty easy to see in both directions. And we'll put it into sport mode, and we can use the shifter down below. So from second gear, here we go. and just a minor acceleration, I can already feel a difference between this and the outgoing V6. It definitely has a good bit of get up and go to it, and while you do have the shifter, you can use it for shifting. It is more beneficial for towing, so you can hold a gear. So if you go to S4, it's not going to go into 5th, 6th, 7th, or 8th gear. It'll hold at 4th, and you can drive as needed if you have extra weight or anything like that. But this is what it's like to be behind the wheel for the 4th gen Toyota Tacoma. It's a really nice place to be. I like all the updates that they have made to this truck over the previous generation. And personally, I know I'm not trying to be too biased towards it, but after driving them, that is why I decided to sell my V6 and go with the next generation. I had a lot of miles on this truck before I purchased one myself, and it gave me a lot of good insights as to what they have updated, and I think it's just a really nice design for this model. You have so many different ways that you can spec this as well, from an SR all the way up to the TRD Pro. 2 different engine options, really the same engine, just hybrid or not hybrid, and a lot of ways that you can spec these. So you have a pretty big price range, and we're gonna go off the pavement just slightly there, where it's a very maneuverable truck, so it is easy to drive in smaller situations like this, even though I'm going off just a little bit here. It's very maneuverable, great vehicle for daily driving. You have the bed options depending on what you are planning to haul. You can get a sunroof as well, again, just depending on your budget and the packages you would like. But I think it's a great truck. You can follow along with our channel, take a look at the Tacoma playlist where there's tons of content on the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th gen Tacoma, as I've owned 3 of them now. And you can see what the ownership experience is like and how the vehicle is. Well, that is going to wrap it up for this 2025 Tacoma. Once again, huge shout out to Flo Toyota of Statesville for providing this truck for me today. Take a look at their website, give this video a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and consider smashing that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with our daily uploads along with the 4th gen Tacoma build, and I'll see you all in the next video.